out there and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Indiana Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And the upcoming schedule for the Atlanta Hawks. On Sunday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Monday, they kick off a road trip to New York, where they'll take on the Knicks.
And for that matchup with the Pistons, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. We've got Bailey, and it's Thomas in at the 3. And for the Pacers, Paul George out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Phillips in at the 1. Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. Preseason codification is over.
BA, you're spot on. No more guessing, no more wondering. The games count now. A lot of optimism could be about to vanish in these first handful of games. Got to check it out.
Rejected by Westbrook. Thomas up top. Pass to Bailey. Over Williamson. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Thomas.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Phillips' shot is off. Thomas passes to the closer. Oh my goodness!
Out.
Fired at home!
Oh, indeed.
Nice.
And a big-time jam right there. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Wade. Shoots from 12. And Indiana misses again.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Westbrook. Pulls up on the wing, and the Hawks tack on 2 more.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
Williamson outside. Just over a minute and a half in. Here's Wade. And it's good for 2.
And after missing their first 3 shots, maybe this will get them going.
Now here's Westbrook. Tight defense on him. Pass to lights out.
Pacers foul. Dwayne Wade. First personal foul.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Westbrook with it. 8 points in his last time out. Shot clock at 5. And here's Thomas from the arc.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity.
Wade misses.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And stolen by Williamson. Pass to George. Thomas with a steal. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook slams it home.
Well, that's where Westbrook's at his best. He wants to get downhill.
Pacers trail by 6. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Here are your Pacers breakers dance crew.
And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. The Hawks second.
Well, they played great defense last season. They had great rim protection, and they were very disruptive.
On defense, the Hawks. Pass to Billups. Here's Wade. 23 points his last outing. Doesn't go that time.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
From deep three-point range, the closer. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Here's Yao. What a tremendous game he played against Miami. Here's Williamson. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, that's why the offense works so hard to get the ball to Zion inside. He's so reliable in there.
Westbrook, the pass to the closer. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night here.
For Atlanta, one shot.
Pacers trail by 9. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
George passes to Williamson. Here's Wade. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. And he takes it up and lays it in.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to the closer. Unloads from 13. Can't get it. Now 3 of 4. And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 7-point differential. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Now, this team swept them in the season series, but that was before they somehow stepped up and flipped that trend in the playoffs.
Here's Wade. Now here's George. Puts it up from 12. Wade misses.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Indiana's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Pass to Billups. Shoots over Westbrook. And Indiana misses again.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Williamson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan or he'll destroy you.
First one falls for him.
And you look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
Gray's checked in for the Hawks. Williamson hits them both.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Pass to lights out. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Gray, good.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Pacers trail by 10. Here's Wade. George scanning the floor. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Atlanta has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Wade, that's good.
That's his second make in 7 attempts. Not a pretty start.
Here's Westbrook. Pass to the closer. Thomas outside. Shoots over George. Thomas misses.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Here's Wade. And here's Williamson. George for three. Gets the three ball to go. And it's now only a 5-point Atlanta lead.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
For three, Westbrook sends it home from three-point land. Westbrook's got 7 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
The Pacers shooting 33% in the first quarter. Pass to Yao. Here's Billups. Here's Wade. Off target with the three.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
Here's Gray. And again, it's Atlanta.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Here they are, your Indiana Pacers.
Change here. Dick's checked in.
Thanks, everybody.
Pacers trail by 10. Here's Billups. No made baskets yet. To the inside. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Atlanta with the ball. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Guys?
They are for real. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Billups. And he gets it to go.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Gray. Outside Dick. Here's the three. Gets the three to fall. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Here's Billups. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Dick.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 7. Back to Dick. Drives to the hoop. And another basket for Atlanta.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Here's Wade. Pass to Robertson. Now here's Butler. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. Here's Wade. Here's Yao. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Now here's Westbrook. Takes the three. Pacers with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Billups. Here's Wade. For three. Misses the mark there. Just 2 for 10 for the game.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Westbrook, the pass to Dick. Westbrook outside. Back to Dick. Fires for three. A rebound by Robertson.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
The Hawks lead by 7. Pass to Lights Out. And here's Dick. Plenty of space. Buries the jump shot. Dick's got 7.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
On the wing, Wade. Here's Robertson. Fires the three. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to the closer. Now here's Dick. Fires the three. Sinks the tray. 10 points for him.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Here's Wade. Tries to break his ice. Misses at the rim.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
And so it's Atlanta with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
On the court for the Hawks, we've got Grady Dick, and it's Thomas in at the small forward.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Dick. In his last outing, 16 points for him.
Certainly he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
Pacers trail by 11. Here's Robertson. Kicks it to George. Stolen by Parker. And here comes the break. Here's Boozer. Uses the glass on the layup.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Robertson. Give him 8. George's shot is off.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Boozer. Outside Dick. Pass to Boozer. Just 5 on the clock.
Wow!
And that one is hammered home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Here's Shays. Still without a bucket. Pass to Bridges. Here's Robertson. Parker defending. Baseline jumper. And the shot falls short that time. Atlanta leading by 15. And it's Dick. That time on the assist by Thomas. Thomas has got 6 assists in the game. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Williamson's checked in for Indiana. Bailey's checked in for the Hawks. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players. So if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Robertson. Give him 8 points now. For 3, George. They still need this. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. Number 1, Atlanta. 5th on the list, Indiana.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
The first free throw is good. That one's no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight. This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
Here's Robertson. Last game, he had 28 points. Out to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from downtown. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And here's Parker. No points yet. Down Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Thomas. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Thomas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Pacers trail by 17. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Atlanta. Dick's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Bailey, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Here's Robertson. Give him 8. George outside. Pure from three-point range. George has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Atlanta leading by 16. Here's Gray, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Here's Robertson following the score by Atlanta. Bridges outside, lets it fly. The rebound by Atlanta. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Yeah, and a big part of their offense in that game was creating second chance opportunities on the glass. That was the difference.
Hits a three-pointer.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
The Pacers have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's George, and George with the jam.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Make some noise.
Teams deciding to change it up.
Nicely done.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They have a 19-point lead. Lights out, the pass to Thomas. Right side, Dick launches it. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
The Hawks lead by 17. Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to Dick. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Indiana has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Billups. Back to Wade. There's a screen. Beyond the arc. Fires in the triple. Wade's got 7 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Outside Dick. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Pacers trail by 15. Pass to Wade. Now Williamson. Here's Billups. Takes a three. Rebounded by Lights Out. Lights Out's got his 4th rebound in this one. Westbrook outside. Now Grady Dick. Here's Lights Out. 8 points in his last timeout. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Here's Billups. Outside for Butler. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Williamson to the right side. Here's Billups. No good on the 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Offensive rebound. Thomas. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now here's George. He had 28 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
And Atlanta with possession here after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. Here's Dick. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Dick's got 26 points.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Pacers trail by 18. Williamson outside. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Williamson with a screen on Westbrook. Billups' shot is off. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. George for 3. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 9. On the wing, Grady Dick. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And he's got 28 now.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Now George. 17 points in the game. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Here's Dick. Drops in the 3. Dick's got 31.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
1:51 left in the first half. Here's Wade. He has 7. George for 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. The Hawks, number 1.
The way this team played on the offensive end last year was remarkable. Seemed like every night they got everything they wanted and then some.
It's picked off. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. On the wing, Grady Dick. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game. 55 seconds left in the first half. George for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Atlanta leading by 13. Out to the right wing. Pass to Thomas. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Billups. Williamson for 3. A 3. Williamson.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Back to Westbrook. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Dick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Throws it up hot. Look at Williamson finish the oop.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Grady Dick, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Hawks. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, you can see the camaraderie. They share the ball, and they don't care which guy scores.
Sounds like us here on the set. Whatever makes the show work, you do it.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
I think for the Pacers, great start to the year. They came in prepared both mentally and with the game plan.
Yeah, winning the first 2 games of the season would give them a huge confidence boost. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Grady Dick.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
The Hawks lead by 11. We've got George. He's out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Billups in at the point. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Here's the closer. A good-looking shot from the wing. The closer's got 9. Well, Indiana shooting efficiently. 50% so far. Williamson outside. George outside. The 3 ball. Knocks down the triple. George has got 30.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
And for Atlanta, they're shooting 71%. Their offenses look unstoppable all game long. The three. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Billups. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The three, George. The closer pulls it in. Atlanta leading by 10. Shot is up with the tip.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Here's Billups. Pass to George. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. George has got 33.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The Hawks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Back to Westbrook. Out to the right wing. Here's the closer. Pacers with a rebound. Yao's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Billups. George outside. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Pass to Bailey. Back to Westbrook. Here's the closer. And it's blocked. Here's Yao. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. From the high post. And called George again. George has got 38 points.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Thomas passes to Westbrook. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
But here's a guy who knows how to get to the line. Westbrook's motion almost attracts contact.
That one's off.
Look, I got to say, the evolution of Russell Westbrook has been an underrated story in the league. This is a star player who has adapted to so many different situations successfully.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Here's Billups. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Yao. Here's Wade. There's the three. The rebound by Atlanta. Thomas has got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Here's George.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. The first one falls. George hits them both. Atlanta leading by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Thomas passes to Bailey. Atlanta again missing. Indiana on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Blocked! And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bailey. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Thomas with a steal, and they're running for the finish, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pacers trail by 6. George outside. To Yao. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Yao's got 6.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Thomas with the ball. 11 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Here's Bailey from behind the arc. Sinks it from distance. Bailey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
The Pacers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. George outside. With the drive. And the jam by George.
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Counted from distance. He's got 14.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. Atlanta, second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Williamson outside. Pass to Billups. George outside. Good! Another from three.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Pacers trail by 8. Here's Billups. Pass to George from deep. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Thomas outside. They set the screen. Here's lights out. Back to Thomas. Westbrook outside. And the three off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Yao passes to George. Here's Billups. Shoots over Westbrook. And Indiana again with the bucket.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Indiana trailing here. Here's Billups. He's got 6. It's George on the wing. Thomas defends. 6 on the shot clock. And good! There's another!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Thomas outside. Pass to Bailey. Here's lights out. Tries it from 16, and another basket for Atlanta.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Now George. Williamson passes to Wade. Down low. 3-on-3. Here's the closer. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Billups, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Williamson. It's stolen away. Here's lights out. Here's the teardrop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Pacers making a change here. Butler's checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Gray's checked in for Bailey. And he makes a first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Here's Wade. 7 points in the game. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 9.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
The Hawks lead by 5. Here's lights out. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, few guys drop dimes like Westbrook. He has an innate talent for setting up shooters.
And so George will bring it up for the Pacers. Yet another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Atlanta's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Lights out, the pass to Westbrook. Driving to the basket. Yep, that one goes. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, for most of his career, Westbrook depended on his mid-range game. Now he rarely shoots from that area.
George against Thomas. Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 8.
Rock the baby. Working the size advantage inside.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Pass to the closer. Here's lights out. On target from range. And the Hawks lead by 8. Well, Indiana's shooting has been great this game. 58%. Here's Billups. He's got 6. Butler, a screen on Thomas. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
The Hawks lead by 6. Westbrook, the pass to Thomas. George with a steal. Here's Billups, pounded by Westbrook. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. And here's Butler outside. Rebound Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
And that one drops.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Pass to George. There's a screen from downtown. The closer pulls it in. The closer's got 4 rebounds now. Now Thomas jacks up a 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
46 seconds left in the third. Pass to Wade. Outside Butler. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter here. The fadeaway. And all around the rim that time before dropping. The closer's got 9 points here in the second half.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And the 3 ball has been huge in building this lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Hawks, we've got Bailey, and it's Boozer in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Robertson, rebounded by Bailey.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Dick, 4-3, hits the trifecta. Dick's got 37.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Outside Butler, picked by Williamson. And stolen by Dick. On the wing, Grady Dick. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the layup is good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Robertson. And it's hauled in by Gray. Atlanta leading by 18. Outside Dick. To the middle. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Here's Robertson. Banked it in off the glass.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
For Atlanta, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's Boozer. Indiana with a rebound. Robertson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes it inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
1 shot.
The Hawks lead by 15. Here's lights out. On the wing, Grady Dick. A deep 3. Poke loose. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Going inside. Pass to Wade. This one for 3. And the 3-pointer goes.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. And he lobs it up. And stolen by Williamson. To the paint. Here's Butler. Shoots over Bailey. The bank shot, no good. The Hawks shooting has been on another level. 68% for the game. Here's Robertson.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul. Got to be careful now.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Cuts off the pass. Here's the closer. Jams it in off the great move.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
With the floater. And here's Butler outside. And they recover it. Pacers trail by 16. 6 to shoot. Here's Robertson. Indiana again missing.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Drills it from deep.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Pass to Yao.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Billups. Five on the clock. Pass to Yao. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Bailey, covered by Williamson. And that one's good. Bailey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
Williamson outside. Here's Billups. Some nice passing by Indiana here. In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams as well as teams that had little to no expectations.
Yeah, B.A., give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed as they can have, and when you've got the best players, you've got the best chance to win, and the pressure that goes with it is a lot easier than struggling night in and night out.
George hits them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Thomas outside. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Bailey. And here's Dick. Here's Bailey. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. Williamson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. George's shot is off. The Hawks lead by 19. Now Westbrook. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
That's the area of the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
Here's Robertson. Williamson outside. Pass to George. The three. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Klay took it.
Drains the triple. Westbrook's got 9 points now in the second half.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Pass to Yao. Here's Robertson. And there's a pick over Dick. Robertson's shot is off. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Westbrook into the lane. And George with some nice D. Pacers trail by 21. Here's Billups. Pass to George. From outside the arc. Rebound Atlanta.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Dick. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Williamson up top. Down low. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And that's a double-double for him now. Westbrook outside. Three-pointer. Indiana with a rebound. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Phillips. The three-pointer off the mark. Atlanta leading by 19. And it's Dick on the attack. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Nice idea by Grady Dick. I mean, he put the ball on the floor, and I think that'll open things up for him.
Indiana's gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Here's Billups for 3. George, good! Another from 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
Westbrook outside. And jams it home. Westbrook.
The artist behind many iconic throwdowns. Russell Westbrook putting on a show.
Pacers trail by 20. Here's Billups. George outside. And again for 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
Averaging double-digit assists for a number of years. Ross can dish it.
Some nice passing by Indiana here. Money from 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Hawks lead by 16.
And listen to this crowd, letting him hear it.
As well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays in league history.
Well, look, this guy's been on another level in this one. Every time he lets it fly from the perimeter, it feels like it's going to fall. We're watching a historic performance.
Presentation of the player of the game, Grady Dick.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. George against Thomas. He launches. Nails it from 3. And the Hawks lead by 19.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Williamson outside. George against Thomas. George outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Billups. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. The finish! And jams it home! Westbrook!
Once Westbrook finds his groove on offense, he stays aggressive.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Wade, the pass to George. Inside, another steal. Here's lights out. A minute 37 left in the final quarter. To the inside, here's Williamson, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Hawks.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Grady Dick.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Clock at 6. Here's Richmond. The closer pulls it in. And here's Westbrook. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from deep. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Explosive in everything he does. Westbrook catches the defender a little out of position, makes a play, and draws the foul.
And that one falls for Westbrook. And the second free throw is good. And he makes all 3. 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Williamson outside. Pass to Wade. Over Dick. Kicks it out to Williamson. Here's Wade. Second shot opportunity. There's the block. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Grady Dick.
every day because my dream ain't far away.
I'm so high, I can touch the sky. I know it's my time, and it's now or never. Shine so bright, I light the night, and it feels so right. Ain't nothing better.
You looking at me and you tell me I'm blessed. Calculated my steps, my heart, my breath. Breathe lungs of a victory and vividly you see me when I'm at my best, my worst. This verse dedicated to the days that I slept with a curse. Research my pay dues, I'm reimbursed. I burst in the crowd with a voice and a crown. I'm a king on the prowl and I see mama smile. And a vow I'ma take that I'll never break. You can break bread with me now. We can all take a bow on the edge of the pedestal and scream out loud that we made it off the avenue and walk that mile. In the darkness I often sit back and get lost in the rap that I wrote. When you told me that it spoke to your soul, I was talking to you, I was walking it through every ghetto. Tell success hello, we here.
And I'm so happy I cry, cause I can't believe all the things I ever wanted are finally happening for me. And it's so surreal that I almost feel that any minute I could wake up from this fantasy. When you pray so hard and you've come so far, and you know that it's the time for you to leave your mark. And I'm gonna do it. Watch me.
I'm so high, I can touch the sky. I know it's my time, and it's now or never. Shine so bright, I light the night, and it feels so right. Ain't nothing better. I'm so high, I can touch the sky. I know it's my time, and it's now or never. Shine so bright, I light the night, and it feels so right. Ain't nothing better.
I heard you crying loud all the way across town. You've been searching for that someone that is beyond all the crowd. That you sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now. And try your white eyes. I'm just hoping for the moment sneaks in my back. Cause the time can be so uptight. You've been thinking about ditching me. No time, that's such a word.